welcome back to another video. And we have breaking news coming out of the NBA. This is the video. This is probably the biggest trade we have seen so far ever since from the off season. Yeah, this is a trade I did not expect to happen. Even though we've been hearing about he wanted out, blah, this and that, bad, but I didn't still expect him to leave. But yeah, to do it. James Harden is leaving the Brooklyn Nets. The Dogs to the Philadelphia 76ers. The Nets are going to trade Harden, Paul Millsap to Philly for Ben Simmons, Steph Curry, and Andre Drummond, and the potential 21st first round pick in the coming NBA draft. And we also down at morning, we also had a 4-team deal. We have Marvin Bagley. We headed to the Pittsburgh. We have Dominic DiVincenzo headed to Sacramento. We have Ibaka heading to the Bucks. And we have, I forgot who else, but still, it was a 14 deal between Sacramento, the Pistons, the Clippers, and the Bucks. Let's start with this. We're going to be talking about basically about the Nets and maybe some Pelicans and stuff about what seed they're going to do tonight. And also, let's start with the Bucks. The Nets. This is a really great deal for both teams. Here's the reaction I have to say to you. Here's the reaction. When Stephen A. was on, just talked about this. When Stephen A. was on NBA Today, he said about the Nets won this trade. And I said, he is wrong, man. He is wrong. There's no way the Nets won the trade. Yeah, you got Ben, you got Andre Drummond, you got Seth, but you gotta look at the odds. The reason he said you got James Harden, who was one of the more dynamic scorers, one of the dominant three-point shooters ever in the league. He's that talented. He might not be the same player he was back in 2000. He got a real one thing. He's playing with two of the superstars in Tyree and KD. And now at harder than to do what he did in Houston. But now him being in Philly, he can do what he did back in, Houston, because you're only playing with two superstars. When you're in Brooklyn, you're playing with three of the superstars, even though the big three between him, Tyree, and KD, they did to play with each other at much they had expected when they had made the trade for Harden last year. But still, you're playing with two other superstars. And I really thought that big three was gonna stay. But we got a new big three with Ben Simmons, KD, and Tyree. I thought they were going to trade Tyree because I thought if you want to see a big three on the floor at the same time in every game, that would be Harden, Ben, and KD. I think that's the more better big three, and beside Tyree, Ben, and KD. I think Harden, Ben, and KD make more sense to me instead of Tyree, Ben, and KD. I think Harden beside Tyree make more sense. But still, adding in Ben Simmons, they need some defense. And didn't Ben Simmons didn't make their defense better. But we all know he's not going to play because he jet that trade. And then that do play tonight against the Washington Wizards. I forgot to say about Bradley Beal is out for the entire year. And also after this video, we'll talk about another trade that happened today. And after that, we'll go to Super Bowl about my final game in the football season later on, whatever. But I'm just saying, Bradley Beal is out for the entire year. He's out with a torn ligaments. And also the Wizards and the Dallas Mavericks also made a trade. We're gonna talk about that in our net video for this one. But let's get back to the Nets and Sixers. Harden playing with a guy like Mr. Embiid is having an MVP title of the year. He's probably in the race for the MVP award. I thought he's already in the race for MVP. He just making shots over everybody. It doesn't matter who guarding Embiid. He's just making shots over pretty much anybody. Doesn't matter who got him. He just makes shot. He even makes some three balls. Adding and Harden didn't make their team better, but they still need a little size. So you didn't rid of Andre Drummond. Okay, y'all did rid of Steph Curry. So you needed some frequent shooting back. So then James Harden to replace Steph Curry and still make their frequent shooting pretty much even better. I was saying and now get rid of Andre Drummond, who the backup center to Embiid. You still need a backup center for Embiid. So you got rid of Andre Drummond. Who's going to be that backup center? If I'm going to say, obviously probably be Paul Millsap, because he's the only person who can really be a backup. He's not really the same player he is, because he's 36. He's 36 years old, about to be 37. So he'll obviously probably be the backup center to Embiid. You have him, Paul Millsap. You have Embiid, Paul Millsap, James Harden, Danny Green, Teach Dival, the Bioters and the dude Tyreek Maxey. They still have a team. They have Portman. They still have a team, even though they got rid of Seth Curry and Ben. So then we all know Ben will not even gonna play. But still, they still have a team. They're my favorite time out of the East now. Than James Harden. The Harden, he won it out. He won it out because of all the drama that's happening. To Tyree only playing role game. He went to the vaccine on a 9 with retained and injured so much. He didn't want to be a part of all this, so he wanted to play with Embiid. And now we talked about Phil. You talked about how would it feel for the Nets. I think it felt good because Ben Simmons gonna make your defense better. Seth Curry gonna make your 3 points. You added more 3 points shooting with Seth Curry. You added a guy and Andre Drummond, who really a team who really need a center to the market to all they have is Claxton. He their only real center, and they needed a center so that Andre Drummond and Claxton on the same team, and Blake Griffin who can play some defense will be good. And now, even though I think both teams win the trade, but I really think Consider to win the trade, but I think both teams basically win the trade because it's good for both teams. And now you talked about what happened with Stephen McCollum. He got traded. We talked about this trade 2 days ago. He's been making it David and Knight in Miami. A really tough task. Jimmy Butler heading to town. Bam Adebayo coming to town. Kyle Lowry coming to town. PJ Tucker coming to town. You have Guy coming into town. Miami's going to be a tough task. And also, we got some good news for Pelican fan about Zion Williamson, a player who hasn't been played a game this season. We have an update about him. He is going to play a game. He is going to play for the Pelicans here, and they say he's going to play sometime this month in February. He's going to play sometime this month in February. One last time you didn't hear. Zion Williamson is going to play sometime this month for the New Orleans Pelicans this season. So he is going to play this season for the Pels. He's going to play sometime this month. That's good news. So we need him bad. If we're gonna, I think we can get to the point without Zion to the Lakers. The Lakers are not going to beat the Pels. Fully healthy, they're not going to beat us. When the Pels are fully healthy, you have a starting lineup in Devontae Graham, a man who's been shooting well from 3. You have CJ, a man who's shooting over 40% from 3. A man who's shooting over 45%. You have Brandon Ingram, a man who was just averaging 26, 27 a game. Even one time, he had back-to-back game with at least 12 assists. You have a guy in Jonas Valanciunas, a man who has 33, 34 double-doubles. And you have Zion, who giving you 30 more, who can just go into the paint and make crazy layups. So, how are they going to be able to beat them? When the Pels, imagine if we do the match of the Lakers and the Pels in the playing game, the Pels versus the Lakers. I don't want to say that. How did the Lakers lose to the Blazers last night? They beat the Blazers 3 times this year. All 3 of them will win Dame and Stephen McCollum. And now this game you don't have Dame or CJ or Norman Powell, and you lose. You lose to a Blazer team that poo-poo garbage. That is unreal, man. It's really unreal. They talked about the Russell Westbrook. They can't get rid of him now because the deadline is over. The deadline was over an hour ago. So the way they can't get rid of Russell Westbrook. I let them wrong, but I don't think they got rid of him. So they're gonna have to keep Russell Westbrook. They're gonna have to make them better. But even though then, I think Stephen McCollum's gonna do well tonight. I think he might have like 20 points or so. And although then, who would want to face that starting 5? Thanks for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.